The seasons are changing and so is what we're finding at Dollar Tree. So I can't wait to take you along with me and show you how I'm getting my home organized and ready for the next season. If you're looking to get your home or small space organized, this is one of the very best times of year to shop Dollar Tree. You'll find all kinds of organizers in many different colors. It seems like every year Dollar Tree offers us a different color palette. This year it seems to be white, navy, and teal. When my kids were going to their first dorm and their first apartment, we definitely shopped Dollar Tree. But whether or not you're going back to school, you can still use some of these items all around your house. We have a very small laundry area, and some of you have told me you have this exact same setup. When we moved into this house, it actually had louver doors, which we removed. Now, I found this shoe stacker on the curb for free. So Dollar Tree is a great place to find containers that fit odd size pieces like this one. Once I figured out the shape and the space for everything that I wanted, it's time to fill those containers. My goal was to have an area that's easy to keep clean and where I can access and reach everything I need easily. I've used these Dollar Tree wash bins in so many different areas of my home to get organized. It seems like they're the perfect size and shape for so many different projects. If you're downsizing from a larger home to a smaller home, I hope that you get some great ideas from watching Skip to My Life. Our story is that my husband and I downsized from a 6-bedroom home to a tiny 3-bedroom rental when our kids were grown and flown. Sometimes it takes a while and we have to give ourselves a little bit of patience to figure out where the best location for things is going to be, especially if you're in a smaller space. I love the lattice front look of these stacking bins at Dollar Tree. They're so much nicer and better than the ones we were offered before, but I didn't want to see through to all the clutter I was going to be keeping in those bins, so I simply took some scrap foam core, and you can see that this is what I've used to paint on before, and I just glue gunned that to the interior of that front piece of the lattice. After some trial and error, I found that it's easiest to put the glue gun glue on the inside of that container versus putting it on the foam core. These bins stack one on top of the other, and I'm going to show you a little bit more about that. But make sure that before you glue that foam core to the front that you have them exactly how you're going to stack them. Comment below and let me know if you're planning a move, if you've recently moved, or if you've moved a child. Dollar Tree's bin labels are such a great value at $3 per pack. I'm going to show you how I use these on this bin, and you can adapt this idea for anything that you want to put a label on. I really like the look of these labels, but the hook on the back just wasn't going to work on that lattice front bin. So I pretty easily just snapped that hook piece off. Originally, I thought I was going to have to cut it with an X-Acto knife, but if you bend it a couple times, it just snaps right off. Now, I simply glued those labels on just by putting a little bit of glue gun at the top and bottom of those labels and repeated it on all 4 of the plastic lattice front baskets. I really like these stacking bins for making the most of vertical spaces, and I'm so happy that Dollar Tree has given us this upscale look. Now, if you put the narrow bin on the bottom, it's not going to stack as well as if you put the wider side on the bottom. And you'll also want to put heavier items on the bottom and lighter items on the top. Now for the fun part, I'm using my favorite labeler to create labels for each of these bins. Now, I sure hope you're subscribed to my channel because I have a lot of giveaways that I'm going to be featuring in the coming months. And those of you who are subscribed will be eligible to win. So if you've been watching for a while, but you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. No one is going to know that I rescued that little shoe stacker bin from the curb and that I spent less than $15 redoing this whole laundry area. If you'd like 14 pages of free household labels, click on the link in my description box and you'll also be signed up to my weekly email newsletter. Well, I'll give you more organizing inspiration and behind the scenes look. I've been really thinking about loving the home I have lately and making it function for me versus comparing myself to someone in a larger or a more expensive looking home. So I hope that this little project encourages you to take a new look at your laundry area and maybe make a few tweaks that are going to make you love it more. This next Dollar Tree find is for those of you who do not love plastic organization. Dollar Tree for the first time is giving us these smaller glass containers. They come in 2 sizes and 2 colors, blue and gray. So I chose the larger size with the gray top, and I'm going to show you some wonderful organizing uses for it. 2 sticks of butter fit perfectly in this container, and you can use these in your butter tray in the refrigerator. It's also easy to use that little container to thaw out butter if you need that for a recipe. If you're a chocolate lover, you're going to love this one. It's a high protein, low carb recipe, and it doesn't take any really special ingredients. So I am listing all these ingredients in the process below, but basically it's egg, yogurt, some chocolate chips, and then you microwave that for about 2 minutes, and then you can put a tablespoon of peanut butter on top if you want to. This is so delicious, and I have been eating this for breakfast or when I get those chocolate cravings, but I just don't want to have a lot of sugar. It's also perfect for when you're in the middle of a project like the one I'm going to show you. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. You know, my husband and I recently became grandparents, and I really want to do a great job, but I didn't have a close relationship with my grandparents. So I was looking for some direction, and I discovered a class called Designing the Life You Want: 4 Exercises for Clarity and Motivation on Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts. Skillshare's learning paths are unique to whatever your interests are, whether you're wanting to open your own Etsy shop or just take your knitting to the next level. I had heard of Skillshare before, but I'm so glad I finally tried it because by doing the exercises in my course, I was able to identify my values and goals for grandparenting and even created a vision statement to guide me. The first 500 people to join Skillshare by using the link in my description box will get a premium 1 month for free. Go to the pet section at Dollar Tree and grab one of the dog bowls. Now these fit really well within the ceramic bowls, but I decided for this project I wanted a few stones, and I took a trip to my local thrift store where I found the perfect container for what I was looking for. We're going to scrub this container up using some pink stuff and the Scrub Mommy, and it's gonna look brand new. Now, you may have guessed by now that we're making a tiny backyard fire pit. Even if it's still triple digits where you are, we can all look forward to a little bit cooler evenings. And sometimes I just don't like to commit to making a big fire. So you can use Sterno from Dollar Tree with this project, or you can use the method I'm going to show you next. I added some sand to that aluminum pot, and then I fitted that dog dish in there and put all the rocks around the dog dish so it looked like it was all one piece. To be safe, I made sure I had something to put that fire out whenever I was ready or if it started to get a little bit high. Next, I added about a half cup of isopropyl alcohol and just lit that within the dog dish. Now this is going to burn pretty quickly if it's a high concentration of alcohol. You can slow that down by adding some water if you wish, or whatever it is that you love to burn, like Sterno. If you like to use one of these cute little Scrub Mommy sponges, or if you just have another specialty sponge that you love but you don't have a great way to hold it and contain the water, use one of Dollar Tree's butter dishes. It's the perfect size. After you've finished scrubbing and wringing that sponge out, just pop it into that butter dish until it's dry and ready to use again. There are a couple areas of Dollar Tree where they are really upping their game, and one of them is the pet section where I found these name brand new dog collars. I thought these were especially cute, and I wonder if you can guess which one I picked. These are so much better than the Dollar Tree store brand. I have tried these before and they fall apart. Well, my long-haired dachshund Bella got a brand new unicorn collar. I don't think that she really saw the need for it. She did seem too thrilled by it, but I think it's adorable and it matches my shirt. If you got a good idea today, let me know by clicking that like thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you do that because it puts you on my community tab and I check in on you every single day with more content. If you like this video, you're gonna wanna watch this one next. And as always, my friends, do not forget, today is not the end of your story, so do not give up.